Hello buddies, Trackside Productions here, and today I'm going to show you how I made the mock-up for the diecast Thomas in 2026. What I think it could look like that I put on my community post just yesterday. So let's get into it. So obviously I had to have an engine to base this mock-up off of. So I decided to use Percy since Percy had a side view that I could easily use to actually, make the model. So what I did was I took the Percy model, chopped it up so that only the chassis itself, granted some of the wheels are cut off at the bottom, but you'll see why I did that later on in the video. So what I did was I just cut out the chassis to where it's flat on the bottom as if there's no wheels. Then I completely blacked out the chassis as best as I could to make sure that there's no showing of the wheels that were cut off from the original. So now we have a barren chassis. So then what I did was I added 6 small wheels, and I obviously colored them blue, the lighter shade of blue that Thomas has in his on his Trackmaster 2 model, or specifically his motorized model. And that's also what I use for his body, but we'll get that later on in the video. But yeah, you already should have known that. But I tried to color it the best I could with the pre-existing Thomas motorized render that he has. And that was the chassis done. All I had to do was to put the body of the motorized model onto Thomas, and then just squash and stretch whatever I could and try and make it more proportionate to the chassis, and then boom, he was done. Now obviously it looks good, but honestly I feel like I could have done better with it. It could have looked a little better. I could have tried to elongate the chassis, but I'm in no place to actually be able to edit that good, and this mock-up was good enough for me, so I'm honestly happy. Now, the one thing I kind of do not like that I did in this mock-up is that his frontal wheel is kind of off-centered from the splasher that he has, which the splasher should be directly under the wheel, but because I didn't want to squish the wheels together too much, and I didn't want to push the Thomas forward more on the model itself, I didn't want to make anything disproportionate, so that's a little issue that I had for making this little mock-up. But overall, I'm really proud of this because it looks decent enough and it looks good that I feel like it could look almost accurate. I feel like this is going to look accurate to how Thomas is going to look in the diecast range in 2026. But anyway, guys, that's all I've got today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you'd like this type of content, please consider subscribing to the channel. See you guys next time.